Cards fell.
Oh, shoot. They fell off of the thing here. Oh, dang it. They're falling out of. Hold on. I got them all stacked up right here. Y'all forgive me. Baby's right here sleeping because she got up and she come in here and then she decided she was going to go back to sleep right here. So y'all take what resonates. Okay, I had these future ancestor cards and these story cards. I was straightening them and praying over them and that and that and that when she come in here. And I was seeing if she was going to stay awake or if she's going to go back to sleep. So she fell back to sleep. So bandana's all screwed up. Oh well, I don't care. Good morning, Miss Sandra. How you doing? Well, y'all, I had a wreck a long time ago. A drunk driver pulled out in front of me, and I broke my collarbone. Okay, this was a long time ago. And when it gets cold weather outside, y'all forgive me, okay? When it gets cold weather outside, it hurts it again, okay? So if y'all see me being all like this right here, just bear with me, okay? Because it's hurting. It's like, it's kind of like what they call pleurisy. I don't know if you all know what that is. But the cold weather will like direct right into where it's just crazy, okay? But it affects my shoulder blade and my right here. So sometimes when I turn, it'll hurt me, okay? So y'all take what risk. If I cough or something like that, it hurts too. Okay, on the bottom of this deck, it's got the Ace of Seeds, okay, which is Ace of Pentacles. So y'all take what resonates, okay? The bottom of the story cards, we got the Fox. So I looked up what the Fox is. The Fox is a trickster, okay? But it's also staying alert and being curious, okay? So y'all can take that however you want to, okay? However it resonates. No, I'm sorry. God dang. Hey, how are you doing? Oh, thank you. It's not arthritis. It's not arthritis. It's they call it pleurisy. It's hard to explain, but when the cold weather hits, it's hard to explain, man. But it'll cause me to have these little. It's almost like asthma in a way. It's like it'll cause me to have these little sharp, like little pains in my chest, and it really affects where I had broken my collarbone years and years and years ago. It really affects those areas right there. Okay, but it's not the bone that's bothering me. It's called pleurisy. It's hard to explain, man. It's kind of like asthma or bronchitis, where it'll like kind of shoot little, and you'll be kind of tensed up for a second. Well, I don't even know what your deal is. Don't nobody even know who you are. You're not even part of this collective. If you hit the subscribe button, have you hit the subscribe button? You don't get an opinion, fool. Get the fuck out of here. You don't even know what the hell we're talking about. Asshole. Just saying. Somebody just want to come in here and talk shit. I can't stand that. That's bullshit. Come in here, what, in the first 2 or 3 minutes of the fucking reading, don't even know what the fuck we're talking about. Don't have no clue about what's going on. Nothing. And talk shit. There's no way that they had any clue about what we were talking about with the seconds that they were in here. Immediately, already ready to put some smart-ass comments, like 4 or 5, 6 of them. Stupid, man. Grow up, people. Wake the fuck up, man. Those times, those shit is over with. Okay? This fucking bullshit. Who the fuck sits around, waits on people to get on live so they can harass them with the first 2 or 3 minutes of it? What? Who does that? Like, it's like childish. Anyway, look, we'll cut both decks. I think I might shuffle them up together, okay? And see what we got. But y'all take what resonates. If it resonates with you, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. If you want to donate to the channel, it's all in the description. I got super chat and super thanks, okay? Hold on, y'all. Okay. We got the Ace of Seeds, which is the Ace of Pentacles. We got the Six of Seeds. Someone who is giving or receiving, being generous, being charitable. Could be you, collective. And know that this doesn't have to be like money. Like, you can be giving your time, your service, your whatever. Being generous with your kindness, with joy, whatever. Okay, but you may be being very generous and kind to others, or someone's about to be very generous and kind to you. But it looks like you're going to receive this Ace of Seeds. You're going to receive this Ace of Pentacles and help somebody else out. Maybe children. You may be helping children out, teaching children something. Let's see what this card says. Yeah, you're going to be something about teaching children responsibility and giving and receiving and that. Teaching them moral values and such like that is what it looks like. This is building a solid foundation. Okay? This Ace of Pentacles is going to bring in some type of way that you're going to be able to help others with some type of solid foundation. It looks like it has to do with children. You may go into, y'all know how people go, volunteer to build the less fortunate houses and stuff like that. Will you volunteer to go do that for Habitat for Humanity or something like that? But it looks like you're going to be like starting that yourself. Starting some type of program like that yourself. It won't be Habitat for Humanity. But you'll be starting some kind of program like that is what it looks like. Because there's plans here being made and set into motion. See, she's got plans in her hand. And she's showing somebody how to build it. And this kid's watching too. Okay, and this one right here, it's got being able to give to somebody. It looks like children. This Ace of Pentacles. You may be building a school. That's a possibility. Let's see what the story cards say. It says rooted. It looks like you're building some type of foundation for sure, collective. Okay? Take that as it resonates. It says release. Give your dreams and stuff and hopes and stuff to God. Just give it. It's saying something about the messages. Say your prayers. Look, uplifting. Both of these are lifting up, going upward, moving upward. Okay? Out of rags to riches. On a stable foundation. Okay? This says self-reliance. Very independent. You're showing children how to not be codependent or something. Something in the fall. This right here. Look. Someone's seeing this. Look, there's two people that are connected, okay? You see her on the bicycle being independent and cruising along. Well, this person right here is watching you. You got a fan. You see, because it would come out like that. Laying on the table. But you don't notice them. Looks like two people were going in two different directions. It's just, look. Kindred. It's like two people were going in two different directions. Someone has seen you in their dreams, no doubt. They've had conversations with you in their dreams. Look, it says setting sail. They're coming towards you. Whoever this is, somebody's had, because they want to give you this solid foundation. It's like someone was hunting you and they found you. Why is this Ace of Seeds? Let's see what's behind it. Strength. The Sun card. The High Priestess. Someone found you. They saw you on a stage. I'm telling you. Speaking from your heart. Someone saw you on a stage. This is some kind of, they're standing on a stage, defending themselves against 6 other wands. Think about that card. Somebody's a healer. Teaching something. I'm telling you, teaching something. You're teaching some kind of spiritual. This, Jesus is a carpenter. I'm telling you. It says something's going to happen suddenly. About finding, look, about finding, like, where you belong. It's going to feel like home. Then we got judgment and justice. How many times have them been coming out together? That's very powerful, y'all. This is divine. This is divine intervention. You need to stay positive, okay? Because you're going to receive this Ace of Pentacles out of nowhere, y'all. Look, it says the moon. You're going to receive this Ace of Pentacles out of nowhere. You're going to be able to help some. It looks like children. The dove was there twice. The storyteller, the High Priestess was right there. It says something about having a vision. And there's something about someone seeing somebody in their dreams. I'm telling you. They've spotted somebody. This is a fan. Look, what is it under release? It says serendipity. As soon as you can let go of what you thought was coming, something better's coming. I'm telling you, it's duality. This is completion. It says Sunshine Girl is fierce. You're a warrior. You do something very independently, and someone has noticed. I'm telling you. Someone's noticed your intuition. They want to. They've been seeking. They want to bring something in. Look, I'm telling you. It says magic, faith, healing, gratitude, meditation, explorer, love. They're longing. They're longing for the other half of them. It's going to feel like home. Something's going to feel like home, collective. Okay, y'all take that as it resonates. Okay, do I want to mix these two decks up together and see what they got to say? See if they're the same. Would y'all say that's the same? I'd say it's pretty damn close. Let's see what they got to say. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for coming down, guarding and protecting us as we return these messages. Thank you, Jesus Christ. Thank you, Holy Spirit, giving us these messages and showing us guidance and showing us the way. Jesus' name I pray, amen. Alright, what do you want to tell us out of these stories? Future ancestors and the story cards. This could be to do with your the future generations. It says the fox again. Man, the fox. Fox is something, it's a number of interpretations. What I'm perceiving from that card is that someone may be like standing on the outside looking it to where they want to go. Okay? Alright, Bird, don't start that shit this morning. Don't laugh. No. Look, as soon as he saw me pull these cards out, y'all, I'm telling you, this bird is... He's one of a kind, I'll tell you that. He's completely yellow. He's bouncing his head up and down. But as soon as he saw me pull these cards out, he flew out of the cage. Flew around my head, and then flew on the TV, standing there twerking. Now he's nodding his head up and down at me. Now he's standing on my grandson's picture, bobbing his head up and down at me. Don't laugh. No, don't. Don't. No. No. Stop. He's gonna start yelling in a minute, y'all. Pay attention, okay? Tell me what collector needs to hear, what collector needs to know. 1, 2, 3. We got authenticity. Okay, so we're gonna do the story spread there, okay? It is the main issue or character. That's the number 1 card, okay? Your authenticity, the conflict about your authenticity, because that's my authenticity card, y'all. That you're true blue, okay? That represents you. And there was a question about your authenticity. Now, what's the 2? It says the world. It says the conflict is the world. It goes across like this. Something coming to... Look, I'm telling you, the world's going to know you're authentic. Collective, I promise you. Pay attention now. The past, the present, the future, and the resolution. It says 8 cups and the devil. So somebody was obsessed over trying to keep you from elevating in the past. They was trying to mask your authenticity. Okay? Trying to get somebody. Looks like blood. What? Looks like blood droplets right there. Someone walking away from being someone was pushed out like out in the cold. I don't know why I'm saying where the red ferns grow, y'all. But I don't know if y'all ever read that or anything. But it's about dogs that were loyal to this boy. He had to bury them, and that's where the red ferns grow. That's where all the memories are. Back there where the red ferns grow. Sitting on a table. Bleeding. And somebody's growing something new. Got your bags packed. Look, this is in the past. But somebody's obsessed with stopping this authenticity being revealed, okay? Someone did not want you seen on the world stage. I'm telling you. Because you're authentic. This was a spiritual war. Okay, what's the present? The present is the 2 of Cups. Seeing eye to eye on something? Seeing eye to eye. This is like the 2 ones making a bigger 1, because that makes a bigger face. You see this? Seeing something eye to eye? Something about a kiss. Someone wants to kiss you in the present? Clarify that. 2 of Cups. It says the maker of seeds in reverse. That's the King of Pentacles in reverse. With the Explorer of Cups. The makers are the women. So that would be the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And the King of Cups is about to come to your door. Seeing face to face. Something's coming face to face. Why is the Maker of Seeds in reverse? It says the Empress. The 7 of Cups. Someone went into this Empress's cupboard. They want to come back and return and give you something in return because they grew up. This is saying, wait, that's the Queen of Pentacles. This is saying that this Empress is about to have like a from rags to riches because someone's here to present something to you. You're not only going to be growing like just a secret little garden in your cupboard, but it's going to be like garden, like all over, like spread wide, okay? Because you planted these seeds. That's what it's showing, because that's the Queen of Cups. I mean, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Going from rags to riches. Is that what you're saying? What is the future card? This is the present card right here. Because something's about to happen. You're about to come face to face with somebody. And see an eye to eye on something. Something's grown because of you, and you're going to go from rags to riches. Okay, where's the what is coming out in the future here? It says called. You're going to go on some kind of journey with them. Someone found you. Someone sees your authenticity. What does this say on the bottom right here? It's got words, y'all. Hold on, let me get this. It says, and ha, something held. Wait, hand held. It says, and her hand held mem like I love. Self. Wait, let me make sure that's what it says. Mommy, like, till. It says like a love. God, that last word is just scratchy. We got a ruler on here. We got stars shining all around just that couple. We got a tree house. What? Yeah, baby. We got musical notes with a dove on top of it. We got roses. This is in our future, y'all. Just saying. You see all those stars all over around them, people? I think it's saying something like something fits like a glove right there, if y'all can tell what it says. But it says something about love, okay? Someone says you're the perfect fit. Portal's opening. When you see this symbol, some kind of new beginning, some kind of portal's opening, okay? So tell me about this. Clarify this future card. And then we'll go to the resolution up here. Stop, crazy. You're crazy. Quit it. Tell me what this card is called. It says the Listener of Candles. That's like a princess of wands, okay? Someone's willing to listen. You're open to listening. You're willing to listen. Willing to be enlightened about something. Like you know that you don't know everything. It says metamorphosis. Something was covered up. And now it's being rebirthed. This is a calling. For two people. This has got a treehouse right there, y'all. Up in the top of it. The very top. The tippity top. Why does metamorphosis come out with the Listener of Candles on the calling? You change somebody's heart. They want to get on the path with you. The Nine of Needles. They're afraid to talk to you, okay? This is the future. It says adoration. Nature boy. They want to get, I'm telling you, they want to give you some type of adoration because you changed their heart. Looks like they went and prepared a place for you to go. Y'all are called. This is a calling. This was meant. Things are lining up because of your authenticity. You pulled this forward by diligently maintaining authenticity throughout all of this. That was a test. You understand? You're going to get adoration. Someone's prepared something for you. Anything else right there? It says confidence. I'm telling you, this was a test. It says yes. It says something is full cycle. It's over, okay? Because somebody is, look, somebody's found you. It says the tower. If you've good, then you're going to receive good. You've been authentic, okay? Your authenticity is, you went through a test, and through your authenticity, you help this other person see their authenticity, okay? You're going to get rewarded for it. It says the Explorer Needles, which is the King of Swords. And look, you showed this person that way. You gave this person all the clues, okay? And it says a resolution, how this is going to come together, okay? We got enough cards here that I don't need to pick up none of these. Resolution. Someone painted a big picture and someone noticed it. I'm telling you, you painted somebody the big picture and it opened their mind, it opened their heart. Okay? Because of your authenticity. No one can do it like you, collective. Tell me what this resolution is to this. Because there's something coming together, completed and on a stable, solid foundation. What's the resolution here? It says 6 cups in reverse. Let's find out what that says in the books. It says something is rooted. There's a solid foundation. Okay, there's something still has to be closed out, not complete. Forgiveness, I believe. You're clinging to the past but losing touch with the present. Make peace with your past and focus on the now, where you can create lasting change. Forgiveness, y'all. Be rooted in forgiveness. This is the Star. Because you're fixing to have some type of personal celebration. Look, you know, look, this is about you being some type of leader, teacher by example, okay? Because you go learn and you teach by living the example of the things that you've absorbed, and you teach people this is what you got to do. I'm telling you, it says virtue and it says the fool. There's no one like you. This is the resolution, okay? It's to find some kind of peace with the past, because something from the past is coming to give you something. Find some type of peace with the past. Look, I'm telling you, no one like you. You're the perfect fit. You light up everything. You're one that you can't not be seen or noticed. Even if you try to hide with your sunglasses. I'm telling you. You're very talented. You exude this light. I'm telling you. You couldn't hide from the world. Like, you couldn't, like, if you go into a room, you probably noticed this all your life and you thought it was odd or strange, or you thought people were judging you or something. But if you go somewhere, you go into a room or something, everybody there tends to look right at you or tends to gravitate towards you. Even if you're like sitting over by yourself, trying to sit by yourself, people tend to like gravitate towards you. I'm telling you, they see you even if you're hidden. Telling you, 5, because you're the light. I'm telling you. All right, the last card for the resolution. Something about forgiveness from the past, because it's coming towards you in the future. Listener, needles, 6 candles. Someone sees your grace. They got their eye on you. That's the Knight of Swords. A hero. Telling you just to sit still because something's coming towards you. It's yours. About to come give it to you so you can give to others. I'm telling you. You're going to find forgiveness because this is what you've been longing for. This is what your true wish is. 2 ones making a bigger one. The Alchemist. You're going to find forgiveness because this is what you truly, 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 truly wish. You're finding it. You're going across the crossroads. These diamonds are everywhere. Stars, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said diamonds. These stars are everywhere. There's somebody coming back from your past. It's going to feel brand new. You need to get rooted in forgiveness. Does that make sense to you? Because you are authentic, and your example will help other people find forgiveness in okay. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, our transgressions, as we forgive those who transgress against us. Because we want to be forgiven by God, as we're doing our best to forgive the things that have been done to us. But it's not our place to judge or forgive. It's God's. It's His place to forgive the things that have been done to us. We need not worry about it, okay? Because it was done to us for a reason, either a lesson or a blessing. We need not worry about whether or not there'll be justice or anything like that, because we're doing work for God, and God has us on a path, okay? Yes, I know, human, we're living in the fleshy world and shit. I know it hurts, okay? And you're like, God dang, how much do I gotta fucking take? I mean, like, how much do I gotta fucking take before something balances out, okay? But your strength and your determination, your authenticity is what has been filling up that treasure, okay? That's what's been filling up that treasure for your reward. So whatever it is that you had been taken from you, that you feel that you should get back, God's got another plan of a huge treasure, okay? Like, that's been sitting there gaining interest because of your not falling off the path and staying present on the path, okay? Keeping on what you're keeping on. Staying golden, pony boy. Keeping on what you're keeping on. Okay, now think about that situation, pony boy. Okay, they was two hoodlums on the run because they thought they killed somebody. Okay, but in the heat of the moment, in the occurrence of the fire at the church, they did the right thing no matter the consequences to their, okay? They ended up doing the right thing, okay? The both of them, okay? Um, um, the context that it's showing in the book, in the movie, in the book, it's saying that because Ralphie did the right thing, or Pony Boy, he stayed golden, okay, because he did. God wanted him, right? You know, God wanted him because he's a light. He's golden. He's, you know, that's the context that it was trying to say through. I forgot his name, but through Pony Boy, he's giving an example, okay, like Ralphie, uh, Ralph Macchio, whatever, he was being the authentic example of what it is to be golden. And he was telling Pony Boy to remain that way. Don't let misunderstandings or because you was raised or a certain way or anything like that skew your vision of who you are. Because they weren't really criminals and they really didn't kill somebody. They just thought that they did, remember? And Ralph Macchio was they were best friends. And they were going to back each other up no matter what, okay? And then that fire occurred with them kids, and they said we got to do the right thing, man. We can't allow this to happen. All them kids survived, and Ralph Macchio was a hero, and They ended up, they didn't stab the boy. I mean, he didn't die or what have you, but, you know, that was all a misunderstanding. They was just scared. Two young boys scared because a whole gang of fucking boys was harassing them at the park. You know, that was young kids. Anyway, there was a misunderstanding. But y'all take that as it resonates. Y'all, I can't hardly daggone do that. That shit hurts. I don't fucking get it. So this is so crazy, okay? Do y'all realize that we're at the very fucking end almost of 2025? Like, what? All the crazy fuck shit that's happening this year? This is so wild. You know, the thing about that, me saying that, is not much thought has been put into 2026. Hey, girl, I told you could go back in the bedroom. You want me to put you back in there and lay down? I can still talk. You want me to go get your cup? I've told you I was fixing to be talking on this. I said, you want me to put you in the bed? He's like, I said, well, I'm fixing to be talking. I'll probably be talking about 2 hours. Hold on, y'all. Let me go get her cup. Yeah, I'm going to. I do what I want to. This is my house, girl. I mean, I got Alice on in there for you, but you wanted to come in here and watch that. You take this chocolate milk. She thinks she's got to get my spot every time. Move your foot. I'm going to sit down on it. All right, then. All right. All right, now you can pay attention. Had to move her hair out of the way. Hadn't it been a while? Long ass. Girl, Well, you want it moved? You better watch out. You better watch your step. That hasn't been long to me. Not really. Just been a lot of freaking crazy shit going on. Like back to back to back. What? Quit. And don't look at me like that. You want me to put you in the bed? Or you want to stay out here? Huh? Okay, then. Anyway. Yeah, I have 2 parakeets. I got them for my birthday in June. The yellow one's a hot mess. Something happened to the blue one, but he's still here with us. I'm healing him, but he's getting better. For some reason, he can't fly right. I'm not real sure. I think the yellow one did something to him, man. I'm serious. But he'll fly, and then he'll bump his head on the ceiling, or he'll just, like, fly straight into the walls. Okay? So I go pick him up, put him back in there, or on top or something. I don't know. Anyway, he hadn't been right. He hadn't been right. Yeah, I figured you did. Like, just to interrupt this. Let me get these letters out for them to look at. I'm gonna make you some more chocolate milk, alright? Well, you know you're gonna have to move your legs and all that jazz. Right? Alright, y'all, here it is. Let's find out what these letters got to say. This is for entertainment purposes only, for YouTube. Y'all, if this resonates with y'all, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. But you know what? I'm a storyteller. It's all make-believe. Okay? Just like XY landed on my chest. Somebody might need an x-ray. Alright, let me pull this down so y'all can see it. What do you say? Man, that yellow one's a trip. Both of them are funny. But that yellow one, I've had birds before. I've had cockatiels and parakeets, but I had 2 cockatiels and 2 parakeets at one time, along with 43 fish, 2 cats. We didn't have a dog, but I had all that at one time. I took care of it. 2 kids and a husband. Stupid asses. I took care of all that. Look, I was watching this shit about these fucking Freemasons. This dude. It says SUV 000133. What? This says 8 over here. 9. Hold on, heathen. We got some kind of triple judgment. Somebody's a triple threat. We got times. Let's bring them letters down here. Times and plus. Something's turning out positive. So is that 8, 9, 10, 33? Anyway, I was watching this video about 1980, 83, possibly. About this man went to the extent to get in the group of people that were tied to Freemasonry, to the Freemasons, so he could go in and infiltrate their shit. It took him 8 years, but he did do it. And the whole time he's doing all this, he's having to be baptized by the Freemasons. And the whole time he's doing all this, he's praying to God because he's wanting to expose what they do, what they really actually do, okay? So he's praying to God during all these practices and things like that, what's going on, but he's getting this all to where he could get to a level that he could record everything that he had to experience to be in it, so he could expose it all. And that sounds similar to what is going on with your guy collective, or your other half. They've been collecting evidence for years on something, okay? And somebody has been helping give them the evidence of where to look, where to find things, okay? I think it says find things. Where to find things. Giving them hints. Okay, because they're on a hunt. It's saying something about find things. Story. Find the story, find things. But anyway, gifts. This gift. For you. This gift for you. Somebody got a gift for you. For your gift. But anyway, go check that out. It's very, very interesting. It's showing all the stupid crap where they make them. The baptism of, okay. For some reason now I gotta tell y'all all this shit, okay? What does Nina say? Shit, my year ain't been long, man. It's like it happened overnight. Because I'm looking going, fuck, it's November. Thanksgiving is just a couple of weeks from here. Like, Christmas will be right around the corner and New Year's will be here. I hadn't had any kind of thoughts of, like, 2026. Like, all of 2024 spoke about 2025 being a truth-revealing year. Okay, y'all remember, right? Now, nothing has really indicated towards 2026. Nothing. Like, it's leaving us in a big unknown. What's about to happen? What is about to happen? That's what it's doing, okay? According to the cards, what's about to happen, shit's about to shift and come in your favor if you've been authentic, kept diligent, didn't give up your faith, stayed in your belief systems, defended yourself, and then released it all and give it to God, then everything you're fixing to receive, okay? That's what's about to happen in 2026. It's a 10 year. And y'all know zeros don't exist. But saying that 2026 is a 10 year, 10 represents the on-off switch, the matrix, the duality, the ones and zeros, okay? What it represents. Just think of that. So is the veil being lifted in 2026, like completely, where you actually see there's a matrix and there's like a hologram? Are you going to be Neo? Are they going to take you behind the veil and let you see what the fuck really going on? I don't know. Something I was watching yesterday. Oh, it's been revealing, boy. It's been a revealing year. Whoa, it's not over yet. Just saying. This year ain't over yet. I'm just saying how close we are to it. Okay, but it's not over yet. Okay. Shit building up, building up. I'm talking about it's building up for the big finale. Okay. What was I about to say? It says shift your front. I don't know, it says guy. G-U-Y. Damn, I was about to say something. I was saying something. My eye went boom. Down here it says shift hour. Shift hour. Sight. Gifts. It says for man, I was talking about something and it just went no, it's about the time. Something to do with the time of the year being just gone. Like I looked up and I was like, dang, it's November. The middle of November of 2025. But nothing really of revealing about, okay, like 2025 has been a revealing. Have y'all heard about Trump? It's been an hours about Ghislaine Maxwell has on her cell phone. Epstein calling Trump a wild card that we haven't heard from Trump yet. That he spent hours and hours and hours in Epstein's mansion with a 16-year-old girl. I don't know. And how much does that influence their ability to run the country? I just, it's because they're all deceptive. And if he's out of the picture, someone else is going to come in the picture that we don't know their secrets neither. Right? Am I right? That's crazy, ain't it? I was watching something yesterday talking about how history just keeps on repeating itself as far as these political leaders and politicians and shit. Just keeps on just repeating over and over and over and over again. How, like the similarities of Clinton to JFK. Well, sort of, not so much JFK as the Kennedys themselves, okay? The similarities of the JFK assassination and the Lincoln assassination. Majority of the world believes that Abraham Lincoln is an alien. I mean, the ones that are woke. I mean, shit, they told us that shit in a fucking movie, didn't they? Abraham, he's a vampire killer? I don't know. He's some kind of fallen angel. Did y'all know this? I don't know if y'all know this. But, you know, we have that big Lincoln Memorial in Washington or whatever, right? But did y'all know that Abraham Lincoln has statues? They got statues of him all over the world. All over the world. Statues of Abraham Lincoln. Not George Washington. Not fucking Jefferson. Not Ben Franklin. But Abraham Lincoln. Don't that make you just kind of question? You know, he was pretty damn tall. He was, I guess, considered probably a giant. I don't know. Something just very, I don't know. Y'all take that as it resonates. Oh, Lord, I've been doing that all my life, Nina. I've been doing that all my life. That's why I say I've had about 50 lifetimes in this 55 years. I mean, I could probably write a different story. Having to start from scratch over and over. But look, that's the thing, though. That's how it's supposed to be. Let me tell you, this shit, you get too motherfucking attached to it. Then you feel like betrayed because you lose it or you don't need it no more. God says, man, you're fucking sitting there holding all that stuff like it's a weight. And you keep saying, God, change something, God, change something. But you want to hang on to this shit like you got to drag it. Like the story in The Labyrinth where the girl meets up with the old lady that's got all her trash on her back. She says, oh, remember this little baby? You remember this? Here's that bunny. Here's that teddy bear. Didn't you want that? You remember this wind-up thing? Okay, because to try to distract you. Okay? And when you get a restart, when you get everything stripped from you, more than once, first time it's kind of shocking. After that, it's really not. Because then you're kind of like, I guess God says it's time for a reset, a rebirth, something new coming in, some kind of new start, okay? So don't get attached to these things that you have. Because you're probably about to leave them again. All that stuff you say you rebuilt from scratch, you're probably just about to leave it all again. Because it says in the Bible to just leave behind all that shit. You don't even need to take a money bag. You don't take no staff. You don't need to take no nothing but the word and the message and yourself. Because God's with you. Jesus is with you. We heard that yesterday. Oh, Nina, it's all going to be all right. You know why? Because today, you're still alive. That's the whole point. You got to let go of all of that. Oh, I lost everything. Me too. So did she, and so did she, and so did they, and so did they. All of us. All of us done it and had to restart and rebuild. Look, I started from scratch with all of this fuck shit that I got right now. And I always feel, being here the whole time I've lived here, almost 2 years, I felt like that this was temporary. This is only temporary. This ain't, I don't even... Babies, this is all baby stuff. This is her stuff. And I just stay here and wait for whenever she comes back home. This is all her stuff. Okay. Well, that right there, look. That right there is not an option. That ain't no option. I've done that before. That ain't no damn option. Ooh, wee, that ain't an option. Anyway, that don't work out too well. But at the same time, I've been there. I've had to go live with. That shit don't work out too fucking well neither, Joe. God, dog, neither one of y'all. Look, I've been in the same position for both of y'all. In both of y'all's situations. More than once. And I have come to realize that that's not the solution. Because all that does is gives them, like, they're always going to see you as the old you. Always. Forever. No matter ifs, ands, and buts. The before you had the rebirth or the change, you're the different one, right? I know both of y'all are. I know both of y'all are, okay? What I'm saying to you, that's a stepping stone, okay? And it's nice, okay, in my Bible, it tells me that family members are meant to be there to support you during strife. They're not meant to judge you or nothing like that. You're not meant to judge them. You're supposed to be just there to support them or to support you during strife. Okay? A friend is somebody that'll lay down their life for you. They don't say a family member will. Nowhere in that Bible. Nowhere. It says a friend will. That your family members, the brother is there to support you when you're going through tough times, and they're not supposed to judge you on it. They're supposed to support you during tough times, and then you're supposed to return that support when they're having tough times. Other than that, y'all supposed to just like kind of stay the fuck out of each other's business. That's what the Bible says. You're supposed to be going about your way, spreading your message, and they're supposed to be going about their way, spreading their message and building their community or their foundation or what have you. It don't say nowhere in the Bible that we're supposed to be up each other's ass at all. It says that family members are there to support you during tough times. But a friend is a friend indeed. You understand? Especially if one that'll lay down their life for you. But it don't say a family member will lay down their life for you. It says watch out for them. Sometimes they're snakes. Snakes in the midst on purpose to test you. But they're supposed to be there to support you during tough times. And you're supposed to be there to support them during tough times. No matter what your grievances are between each other. Say, for instance, okay, look, I've had issues with people in my family, okay, because I'm authentic and I tell the truth and they don't, okay, and that, but all that was set aside when my dad died. Well, I wouldn't say it was. I set it aside. I set it aside to come together support, okay, and I did what I was supposed to do. I was authentic about it. There was nothing false about it. Okay, but they didn't. But when my uncle died, it was like a realization that they didn't. And here I was again showing the support that you're supposed to do, because that's what you're supposed to do during tough times. Come together and support each other, not judge each other, not judge nothing, because my path ain't necessarily my sister's path, or my mom's, or my daughter's, or your path ain't necessarily my path. Understand? But during times of struggle and during times of tough times, the family's supposed to be there to support you through it, and so you can continue on your path. Okay? I have very few I call friends. I have acquaintances. Man, same story right here, Nina. Same shit happened right here. As soon as I get like a car or something, fucking bullshit happens, or these motherfuckers try to tear it up or some bullshit. As soon as I get like money saved up, because because I'm not one to go just blowing money, but I'll save up money. As soon as I do, they try to hit me with some kind of fucking not failure stop at a stop sign, but failure to yield, which makes it a $275 ticket. Fuck you. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't do anything and they're trying everything to block or stop you, like the card said, okay? But you're on the right path. When you see stuff like that going on, Nina, that's telling you, then I must be going in the right direction, or the devil wouldn't be trying to attack me. Because he wouldn't be worried. He wouldn't be worried about what's going on over here. Okay? I'm telling you, don't get attached to stuff. That's where our problem keeps lying. That's the whole MK Ultra fucking illusion. Is they told us that we got to live in boxes, which is not natural. It is totally unnatural for us to live in square boxes. That is not natural. That is not what God was meant. This is so unnatural for us to live in these square boxes. Look at these square boxes every day. Look at those square boxes every day. Look out square box windows. That is totally, completely unnatural. So quit being attached to the shit that you fill up these boxes with. Because all they are is boxes that you're filling it up. Okay? Quit being attached to it. I'm just saying. Okay? Shit comes and goes. I've seen that. Look. I have struggled with that fucking Jeep for 5 years, man. I've struggled with that Jeep. But you know what? It's still alive. I might still have struggles with it. But that son bitch got me I drove all over the country. I went and joined a fucking carnival. I went traveling up and down Louisiana, Mississippi, all up down the coast. So I can't say nothing. If I get a box trolls, exactly. I mean, it's gonna last me until God says that I deserve something new, okay? And I'm gonna get something new, okay? Because that's been the story of my life. I mean, as long as I'm being obedient and doing what He says, okay? As long as I just be obedient and do what God says, He always provides all of those tools every time. I am living proof. Okay? Even as far as the channel. Okay? I was stuck with I'm talking about I was surrounded, still am, but it's different now because God led me to protect myself with my authenticity on a live, because it kept you get what I'm saying? I've only been doing this with these cards for like about I guess 4 years, but it was brand new. My other channel, I was brand new on that, brand spanking new. I was green as hell. I didn't have a clue. I wrote down every single, this is what I did. I wrote down in my notebook, I have a definition of every single card. A definition of every single card. Even the reverse definition. I wrote it down with my hand and an ink pen. And it immediately helped me just understand. Just because I wrote it down. I was trying to like, this is what, and this is what, and this is what. But after I wrote it all down, I took the time to write down all of that, okay? And it just absorbed. It just absorbed. It's crazy. But anyway, yeah. We need to lose the mock troll mentality, okay? I would love a tree house. I swear I want a tree house. That can be my storage unit any day. Just leave my shit up in a tree, go in my camper and take off, come back. Oh, I'll take off in my camper to my boat house or my boat. And I'll just go travel in the water on my boat. Maybe go see the ice wall or something. Then come back and climb up in my tree house. Lay in my hammock. I'll have a hammock and a bed. Okay? That sounds like the life, boy. That's what I want. That's all it is. Just staying in nature all the time. Being out there in it. Not in these fucking... If I got a tree house, that nature will be up in my house. And dead in the center of it. Just... I'd love it. Oh, golly, I'd love it. Okay, so look, you can go live. This is crazy too, listen. You can go live down by the water. Okay, living down by the water, is that fire too? Is that water and fire? Because you know, I was thinking about that. You can live in air, which is like in the mountainous areas. Like you can live in the air. Okay, you can live in a tree. Okay, you live in the air, mountainous type areas like Himalayas and stuff like that. You can live up in the top, in the toppest. Okay, you live by water, and you live on the land, but you can't live on fire. You can't live on fire. Fire's that one element, huh? Because you can live on all the rest of them. Heck, all the rest of them are... You are. You're made up of land, because you're made from the dust. You're made up of air, because we breathe the oxygen. We got to have it. And you're made up of water, because we're like 80-something% water, right? But where's the fire at? Holy Spirit that lives within you is the fire. Okay, that's what makes us complete, is the Holy Spirit lives within us. Y'all, I'm sorry I keep doing like that, but I can't help it. It's like a place, it's right here and in the same exact spot on the back side. And sometimes when I like do like that shit's like shoots through. That shit's crazy. They call it pleurisy. It's a bronchial thing, I believe. But it happened when I broke my collarbone and I had to heal myself. This says found your gifts. Look at this. It says found your gifts. Something about an SUV. I was not saying that. Hurts if don't hurt. Don't go breaking hearts, y'all. Don't go breaking my heart. I won't go breaking your heart. First guy, don't. Huh? Do not. Do not fuss. Something about do not fuss. It says VJ. Okay. My initials on here. 4th, 1980, 33. 4th degree. Somebody's a 4th degree Mason. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about earlier when I pulled it up and I was like, what am I talking about? What was I... So, did y'all know that you come into the club as a initiated or whatever? You come to like several meetings of the initiative, okay? Because you gotta have somebody from the club to say, yeah, we nominate. I think you gotta have 5 people to say, yeah, we nominate blah 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 to the club. Okay, we all know what the club is. Okay, and once you get in the club, like the first thing that you do is that you swear off the old you or whatever. You swear that out once you say, okay, yeah, I want to be a member. And once you do that and you do that ritual that they swear that you're not going to tell no secrets and what goes on and da 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 da. That is the 1st degree. Okay, you become the 1st degree. Okay, and then you go through some more meetings and that. Okay, and then you go and you want to be baptized, which is the reverse baptism. Instead of life, they're bringing death. Okay, and they shake you, they take you, and they shake you down. Like 6 of them take you, and they put you down on the ground, and then they throw bags of sand on you, and boards and stuff to mimic that you died, that you're dead. Okay? The funny thing about that is they never show you being rebirthed. Like in the baptism, they bring you back up out of the waters and you're rebirthed. Okay? In Masonry, you die. You die because they worship Baphomet. Oh, y'all. Okay, anyway. I'm talking about something else right now. So that takes you to the second level of Freemasonry. Then on the third level, you got to go through that one where you're naked. Okay? You're all naked and they mimic like they're chopping off your head. They put a bag over your head, you put your arms down, and they mimic chopping off your head. Okay? After that, to get from the 3rd degree Mason to the 23rd degree Mason, just like that, is you got to go to this camp. They take you to this camp, okay, where everybody there is initiates to be Freemasons, right? Once you go to that camp, it's like Awanas. This is crazy because I did Awanas when I was a kid, okay? But what you did to get the badges and Awanas and stuff like that, what you did is you had to memorize verses from the Bible. Memorize like all of the Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts, and Romans, 1st and 2nd Corinthians, Galatians, and Ephesians. Okay, you had to memorize all those, you'd get a badge. You memorize these specific verses like John 3:16, you get a badge. So on and so forth. Well, that's what you're doing at this camp, this Freemason camp of initiates to become I think they said 23rd degree Mason. Okay? From there, from there, from the 23rd degree to the 33rd degree, it's highly secretive from that point on. So what goes on in the Freemason camp stays in the Freemason camp. But anything that goes on in any of the Freemasons, anything whatsoever, and you speak of it out in the public eye, then you have broken the covenant with the Freemasons. If you are an initiate of the Freemasons, and they will come and they will try to kill you literally, because that's what part of the baptism is you take an oath that you will literally die if you speak the secrets of the Freemasonry, if you're an initiate of the Freemasonry. Go check out the very first part of that. They say, tell me your fucking secrets. And then the boy says, no. And he says, I'm going to chop off your fucking head. Tell me the fucking secrets. And then he says, no. And he keeps on saying that. And he keeps on saying that. And he says something like, I will die before I tell the secrets of the Freemasonry. And he says, if you speak of the Freemasonry secrets, you surely die. And then they act like they do something to him. And they push him into this sheet. Okay? And it's got these men holding this sheet. Well, they actually slam him to the floor, is what they do. They slam him to the floor. And he's blindfolded the whole time. And they pick him up and they carry him like this over to the grave where they're going to bury him. But they never unbury him. Do you understand the mock? When it's over, when it's done, he's actually still in the grave when the ritual's all done. They don't bring him back out of that. Let me tell you why that is. Okay? Because the Freemason, their initial, the very first original Freemason name, the very first original one, way back in the way backs, okay? Where it all began, where it truly began with the magic and shit, okay? Hiram Abiff. Hiram Abiff. Now, Pike brought Freemasonry to America. Albert Pike brought Freemasonry to America. But this Hiram Abiff, he's the actual original. He done all those rituals. He did all of those He really did them, okay? And these Freemasonries, once you reach the 23rd level, you get to choose what branch that you want to go in. Do you want to go in the Shriners, or do you want to go in the such and such branch, or the Scottish Rites? That's where you get your rights. That's where you start receiving your rights. Then you go to those branches, and whatever rules that those branches has got, plus you keep the rules of the Freemasonry branch that you were initiated into. But then you go into these rites. Okay, but it's your choice to what rights you want to go into, only if they accept you. Crazy shit going on with that shit. But y'all need to be aware of what's really going on, because let me tell y'all, it's not your drug addict or homeless person on the street that's fucking Freemason. I'm going to tell you right now. Not that they can't be. I mean, I'm sure if they get nominated, they can be. If they, I'm sure. But it's these lawyers, judges, teachers, police officers, nurses, airplane pilots. Y'all think y'all think it's just like Beyonce and them? No, they're included. They are definitely included. But it's the Bill Gateses, those guys, those world leaders, those guys. Those are all, you understand? And people want to believe that the bad guys are the poor and the meek, when the poor and the meek are only just trying to fucking survive. Because they're not the bad guys. Just, you understand what I'm saying to you. Okay, I hope you do. If you do, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. If y'all want to throw some love, I got super chat and super thanks, and I got Cash App $ ANGELMOON 6237. Okay? They don't. Something about for us. They don't for us. I fuss with a guy. Fix your 4 guys. Yeah, I've had a bunch of people trying to so-called fix my car. This is my initials. Tour of off. This is off duty. Urges, off-duty urges. 6, envy, JT, Gus, Junior, too hot, do, Doug, TY, shift, gifts. Somebody was trying to take your gifts. Shift us. You shift us. Someone, I'm telling you, someone's got the message. Got your find your gift. Keep saying find your gift. Fish. Story. Got your story. Something about a story. Gut story. If future go with story, go find your story. Go find your story. This is our story. Find you. This is our story. Someone come across, you got a fan. I'm telling you, this somebody felt it in their gut. Off. Someone's off duty. They're quitting a. Telling you, I believe they're quitting a job. Fix it. Fix it. Judgment. Triple threat. Someone sees that you're authentic. You have more than just a one or two gifts. And they're gifted too. They found their gifts. First story. Found. I first found hut. Hunting. Shut out. Shush. Digging around. Found. Judging. Judging it first. Somebody was found that they was judging somebody, telling you. Soft. Oh, why it's saying soft? Hug. A soft hug. Hide. Hurt. A soft hug hurt? Because a soft hug would be like where you just kind of put your arm around their shoulder like that. You don't just go like a burr. You go. Y'all know what a soft hug is. I'm sure y'all have all done it. Oh, hey. Just tap them on the shoulders with your hands. That's a hug. Oh, hey, how y'all doing? I guess that's showing your sincerity, too. Let's see, something about a figure. Figures. Shot. Figure shot first. With no weapon? How they gonna shoot first if they ain't got no weapon? Gun fires first. Gun fires out of a house. It says right. Something about a sight. Rights. Your rights. Not right. Something's not right. Shy. Who gives a fuck about being shy now? Do the right thing, motherfucker. I don't care about you being shy at all. I don't care nothing about you being shy. If that's your deal, then what the fuck are you doing with a badge, bitch? You shy? Huh? And you not gonna do the right thing because you shy and you got feelings? Nah, there's something wrong with that picture, y'all. I'm just saying, it's just Tony. Sight, fight, fright, scared. Somebody's scared. Well, there you go. Then you need to go on and just tell what you know and just leave that. There ain't no reason for you to be in no law enforcement if you that shy. That's stupid. How the fuck did you get a job like that? I'm just saying, y'all. SUV. It's gonna keep talking about SUV. Tony. Fright. Right. Sight. Shot his right foot off. Shot his right foot off. Suffer. Well, there you go. No. Gutney. Why are you saying Gutney? Gutney. Hiss. No guts. Guess he terrified. He terrified about something. Judge his. Guns. Care nothing about this man's guns. Shy stutter. Oh no, 60. 60. Truth. 60 truths? God dang, what you want to play? 60 questions? It says suds. Gone, us gone in 60 seconds. You talking about my Mustang, my stolen Mustang, where they stole that motherfucker? Assholes. Huffy. Someone's gonna lose this being mad. But maybe you ain't as mad as they think that you are. You just put that, you just have that kind of powerful energy that you can just say snide shit. And it sounds like you're super duper mad, but you're not as mad as it appears. That you're just like passionate when you like you say like, man, fuck this shit or something like that. It sounds aggressive, makes you sound scary, but you're not. I'm just saying. Truth of it. The truth of his. Truth of his guys. Disguise. Oh, he's in a disguise. The truth of his disguise. It says something about a house. It says just. And there's Ruth out here. Just sign. Just sign. Fix it. Just sign. Fix it. Say Ruth. Fried. Sing. A singing duo. Just truth. Just truth. Duo. Hid his. It says IOU 460. 60. The word 60's out here in 4. 40. 60, 40. That's what it says. Putting these up, y'all. Out. Dug out. Sign something. It says fruits. Something about the fruits of your labor. See, what I keep saying is, y'all, it says Goss. It says Ross. First son of God. It says first son of God. Truth of first son of God. And now I see Frosty. And it says, it don't say guilt. Guns. Doss. Tina Doss? Oh, crazy. Surfs. Offers. So you're going to get some offers. It says drugs. Off drugs. Okay, so somebody's rehabbed, y'all. It says thanks to you. Something about just thank you. Off drugs. What are you saying right there? Shit. It says shit. 60. It says envy. John's versus hit you. Stuffing. By Thanksgiving, you might hear something about Thanksgiving. Or round stuffing, round Thanksgiving dinner. Y'all take that as it resonates. Y'all see what it says. So just, it says so just. Rusty, dust off. Just dust off. Dust off something. Dust off. Stuff. Stuffing. Stuff in. Stuff in. Round. Stuff in round. Someone stuffed a gun in something. The story is. It says story is. This story is. Driving. Someone's fascinated by your storytelling. It says driving with truths or thriving with truths. Take that as it resonates. Man, I just think Sturgis. Sturgis is something to do with Bike Week or something like that, ain't it? A jury. God, it's saying court yesterday. Someone's, God almighty. It just keeps on jumping around. Now I'm hearing mafia, something about a court. Someone went to a court date. Something's been cleared. Something's been... Mafia. I'm hearing mafia. Mob. The mafia ties. Mobs. That's secret society too. They do rituals too. And you better not tell a fucking secret. You better not tell. You better not even tell on each other. And if you don't tell on each other and you get caught not telling on each other, your ass is fucking grass too. Lord, thank you for... Well, I don't even know if I might have been born into a mafia family. I have no fucking idea. I could have been born into a mafia family. Oh, no. I was fixing to thank him for not letting me be born into a mafia family, but now that I realize, I'm thinking something back, because nowadays mafias are like gangs and stuff, okay? Like gangs. It's not called, you know, Goodfellas and Oddfellas and stuff like that no more. And when the reason I was up crazily, y'all, I had an epiphany when I was up around the gang, okay? Had an epiphany. I'm not affiliated with no gangs, nothing like that. So y'all take that as it resonates. I stand with Jesus Christ and them gangs go suck fucking toes. I don't give a fuck. I'll tell them all, if there's 50 of them standing right here with fucking all of them with pistols, I tell them, fuck you. I ain't affiliated with your shit-ass fucking gang. That I'm protected by Jesus Christ. I always say that to them, and I've done it before. Anyhows, these gangs, okay? This man named Snake, I'm sure it was some kind of undercover name. He knew my dad. And why these motherfuckers want to tell me that they know my dad and that. Because every time I try to contact him, he'll sit and talk to me for a minute, and then he'll hang up like he don't, like he did never know me. I don't fucking, so whatever. I don't know him. I don't know that man. All I know is that when I was up there, these motherfuckers was telling me that they knew my dad. My dad, y'all, my so-called real dad, I believe that he has made it up through the levels of his gang that he was started in when they were like 13 years old. I'm telling y'all, okay? It has to be. All these motherfuckers that he knew back then, before I was even born or even thought of being born, they're all still connected and friends and that. I know that he's been in a wreck where he's broken every bone, every single bone in his body that was caused. It was caused. Okay? But I never was around him. Like, I've been around a couple of times, okay? I wasn't raised by him, nothing like that, okay? There's some crazy shit. Why these motherfuckers in Atlanta be telling me, hey, I knew your dad. And why you know my dad? How you know that's my dad? Okay, then talk to him. Named Snake. Okay, I believe he knew because he started talking about Chris. He started talking about Mike, and I was going, how the fuck? Like, how are you up here in this area where I'm at for you to be telling me this stuff about my dad? But that's not the first time that's happened. I told y'all that I married a guy that when we met and we were dating and all that, we went and got married before we knew any of this. That his dad and my dad were best friends. That he grew up around my dad that I never knew. That he grew up around him like my dad watched my husband grow up, but not me. Okay? That kind of thing. Okay? All throughout, when I was working at the Great American Cookie Company, when I was 15, 16, 17, up to 20-something. I worked there 6 times, hell. I had all kinds of jobs, okay? But his old lady, Scarlett, worked in the mall that I worked in. Okay? She worked at the JCPenney or Sears or whatever the fuck it was. And he would come in there and sit at the coffee shop across from the Chocolate Chip Cookie Company and watch me work all fucking day and never speak to me or I never even knew because I had not met him at that point. Like I had not met him or nothing at that point. And he would sit over there. He told me about all this when I met him. So it leads me to believe that there's a big, huge secret revolving around my dad and my grandma, those people. You know, I don't fuck with them. But my nanny would be Illuminati type material, for sure. But anyway, if any of that resonates with y'all, or y'all have got similar stories to, there's just a big fucking question mark in areas, and you're like, why? Like, why? Not that I didn't ask, y'all. I asked. I was a questioner. I questioned everything. Why the fucking acorn is called an acorn. I questioned all of it. Everything. I drove my mom insane. So for sure, you know, I asked about my real dad and his family. Right? All of it's just been left in kind of a blur of he abused my mom. They was fucking kids. He abused her. So she decided what? Have 2 kids with him and not only marry him and divorce him and then remarry him. What? Y'all, if y'all have similar stories and you're going, what the fuck? Because I would have no way of knowing. I was a tiny baby. All I know is the shit that you told me about that motherfucker. That's all that I know. Made me hate this man. My mom. She had nothing good to say about my real dad, but tell me I'm just like him and this, that, and another all my fucking life. All my life. And I have no way of confirming yes or no that any of those stories were true. None. No way of confirming none of that. At all. Was he a bad man? Or was she just resentful and hateful about it? Was. I mean, I have no way of fucking knowing. There's no way for me to confirm. And both them still alive. And I don't have no way of confirming none of it. Because they won't tell me. Because I've asked. Believe me, I've asked. I've asked. So what I got? I got hated by my nanny. From the get-go. She's hated me from the start. From the very beginning of my birth. Like I should have never been born. Apparently, to her. Because I guess I took away the stardom of her love child. The in-between firstborn. That's crazy. My mama had my sister. Okay? My sister was born on April 10th. A year, almost exactly to the day. On April 13th, my aunt had my cousin, okay? Now, this is a brother and sister, okay? My nanny hated my dad to the total maximum. He's the firstborn. She hated him. What I think happened is, okay, this is how generational curses get broken, because you call them out. What I think happened, it's right here on the couch. No. You quit being grumpy. What did you do with the dang thing? I found it. You knew where it was. There ain't nothing in it. Hold on, y'all. But I'm going to continue telling the story while I do this. So what I think happened is my nanny had postpartum depression with my dad. So she was abused and shit, I guess. That's what story I got. She was abused and shit by my granddad, right? He was a roustabout, running around, and hell, had two families. He had two families pretty much, okay? Because that's another story it'll go into, okay? But he had two families, so he was one of them. And my nanny was an uppity, and I think that she sacrificed something in order to be with his ass, okay? And then she got pregnant with my real dad, and it's very common that it's very, very common if the firstborn child is a son for the mom to get postpartum depression, because it's unnatural to have all those male hormones in your body. That's unnatural to have a baby boy inside a female body. That's because you got all those hormones mixing and stuff. So a lot of times the female will get postpartum depression if they have a boy first, if they have a baby boy first, right? And so they'll like, look, sometimes postpartum depression never heals, okay? Because it's a spiritual thing. It's something on a spiritual level, y'all. I'm telling you. That's how come a lot of times with the whole Freudian thing with the mother-son thing and all that. But anyway, what I believe happened there is that she got postpartum depression. Y'all got to figure back in 53, 54, 52. Okay, they didn't know what the fuck that shit was. They didn't know what that was called. All she knew is that she felt like she didn't love her son or what have you. You understand? So that carries a lot of guilt, frustration, and that, because they found out more now. Because you go through a whole mental fucking thing with the postpartum depression, like PSTD or something, because you can't understand why you don't feel connected to the baby you just gave birth to. You understand? So you go through that whole crazy feeling, okay? And then she gave birth to a girl and didn't feel none of that. Didn't feel none of that postpartum depression, okay? Felt a connection to the girl, okay? So hated the boys' babies and everything. Like, didn't want nothing to do with that, okay? So decided that not you and your sister were the grandchildren, but the daughter's children were the grandchildren. You were the made from the son. So that's the mother of the son's babies. That's her responsibility. That's on her and her family, not this one. Because immediately the grandmother took the firstborn of the daughter. Then turned around and took the firstborn of the grandchild. You hear what I'm saying to you? This grandmother did this. She took the firstborn of the daughter, which was my cousin that was born 2 months before me. She took her when she was like 7 she let her go through a bunch of abuse first. Crazy shit, y'all. MK Ultra shit. Then got her. Then that girl was pregnant by 12 years old. 12 years old. She will not, to this day, name the daddy of that firstborn grandchild, which was a boy. Okay, then the grandmother, would be his great-grandmother, took him and raised him just like he did his mother. Okay, you understand? You following what I'm saying? It's all ritual shit, I'm telling you. It's no coincidence that damn near everybody in my fucking family's got, like, same birthdays and shit. It's just wild. And significant birthdays. My mom's 9/11. My dad is D-Day, June 6th. Like, my birthday is the very, very center of the year, June 23rd. Okay? Then you got my cousin's born on my birthday. We got another half sister, whatever she is. I'm not sure what she is. She's born on my sister's birthday, April 10th, and my cousin born on April 13th. Like, I just don't believe none of that's cool. I don't know much about the history because nobody will tell me, like, further backs. I know that my grandmother's maiden name is one of the Illuminati maiden names, or names of the bloodlines. I know my grandmother, my nanny, her maiden name is Stevens. And that is of the bloodlines of these elites. It's crazy. But she was shunned from her bloodline because she was like a debutante and got with my granddad. This is crazy. And he was like a criminal. Just getting out of the service or some shit like that. He was like he ran a pawn shop. I'm just saying. You understand? In his older years, he ran pawn shops. But before he passed away, he... crazy shit, y'all. He had two families at the same time that once it was discovered that he had these two families, that two of the children, one from one mother and one from another mother, come together and had a baby. Tell me that all that don't sound like ritual bullshit, man. And that baby wasn't raised by neither one of them because of the fucking shame, and was raised by the daughter of the Illuminati and she was raised in a really flucked up way, okay? Really bad. Confusion. Didn't know really who was who because they was all ashamed to tell her that she was made out of incest. Just crazy shit. Crazy fucking shit. It's all crazy. But none of it sounds very far-fetched. I know that my dad's side of the family, there's a lot of secrets that nobody will tell me about. That I've asked and asked and asked. I guess it'll all be revealed one day. Probably when Nanny dies. If she hadn't died already. I don't know. If she died already, I'm sure somebody done told me that. I might already know. I don't think she's dead. I think she's old as fuck, living with her insane daughter that she caused to be insane because of all the rituals and shit that daughter had to go through. Y'all, this is crazy. Yeah. It's all crazy. What is she talking about? Uh-oh, y'all, I think I just got some kind of confirmation. What is she talking about? Because somebody... Hold on, I got to find out about this real quick. Go to the doctor. Oh, shit. Okay, hold on a second, y'all. I got to use the restroom real quick. But, yeah. If y'all got similar stories, leave something down in the comments about it, okay? If there's something that's... You've reached a certain age of maturity that all of this is going to be revealed to you, I feel. A certain level of understanding that all of this knowledge that you've gained over the years about specific things and you didn't really know why. Say like, you gained all this knowledge about these secret societies. Why? I don't know. All my life, all this knowledge just came to me about these secret societies. Illuminati, Freemasons, Skull and Bones, and that. This information has always just come to me for some reason. It had to be for some reason, right? There's got to be some kind of tie there. I don't believe in coincidences. Yeah, he's flying all over the room, ain't he? He's silly, ain't he? But I'm just trying to tell you, if y'all have similar experiences or gone through similar experiences with the questions in your past, man, even though you try to delve in and find out, because, you know, for a while there, we were being led to, like, find out about our history and that, or at least find out where our origins are from, okay? But you come, for some reason, in that family tree, you keep coming to dead ends, like they don't want to tell you something. What? You understand? So something's being revealed. It says joy in a house. Some kind of stability's coming. Something, music to your ears. Transformation. We got joy on here. We got people spinning around in the background by a scarecrow, scaring off the demons. That's a scarecrow. Okay, there's hearts all over this. There's some kind of transforming energy coming, as long as you can keep this. I got the joy down in my heart. Where? Down in my heart. It says some kind of information. That hurts when I do that, because it jars me. Some kind of information is coming to you if you can remain positive and know that something is on its way to you. I am abundant. I am abundant in knowledge. I am abundant in material life. I'm abundant financially. I'm abundant soulfully. I'm abundant with my authenticity. I'm abundant with my truth. Just keep saying that. Say, I am lucky. Say it. Say, I am lucky ducky. Say, I am lucky ducky. Yes, my hat. Why you gotta throw my crap on the floor? But yeah, y'all just keep saying, being positive and knowing, okay? That's where 90% of it lies. Is your knowing. You're having faith and not doubting, okay? That's where 90% of manifestation lies. It's just not doubting and continuing to have faith that all's going to work out and all's going to be okay. That's where 90% of it lies, okay? I was going to separate these while I talk, but I'm just going to get y'all a card to see what the message from the universe is. Got to read a little bit. Because that's just the best way to get the day started, okay? That's the best way to get the day started. If you don't do nothing else, just go pick up your Bible, look at a verse, and just ponder that verse all day. If nothing else. Okay? Because that's the best way to get your day started. At least you're leading with God. It says, I don't want to read out of this book. I guess I need to. Anyway, it says pancakes. Then it says page 221. It said, that's weird because it was authenticity, and then 21 was on top of it, on the beginning of the cut, on the beginning of the layout. Oh yeah, by the way, y'all, I'll tell you this. By the way, I've got I was looking for my grandson a birthday present because I was waiting for him to pick one, but he delayed. He just delays. Okay, but anyway, I found him a birthday present, and I found a book. It's coming. It'll be here probably in a week or so, maybe today. But I found a book that has like hundreds and hundreds of different tarot spreads, and so that's gonna be something new for us. And I got a couple of decks coming. Thank you to Christy. Let's see, Christy. This is thanks to Christy Negri, 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 Thank you so much. I got a couple of decks coming. I got a tarot spreads where I can look in it, and it has like all these different spreads that we can use to delve into different things. Because you know what, I get sick to death of hearing the story about this. Well, apparently that's what y'all want to hear, but I get sick to death of hearing that repeat about someone coming in and haven't taken the steps to come in because they're shy and that kind of shit. That shit just irritates the piss out of me to keep hearing that over and over. It's okay to hear it, to understand the energy of what is happening, but to hear that same thing over and over, we need to come up with some other thing to put in our minds than that, because collective majority of it is about a love connection. Will you hold on? Let me finish this. You want this? Come over here and sit down. Get behind me. Climb up behind me and walk behind me, because I'm doing this and you don't need to walk in front of the... Yes, thank you. Don't shake your head. Wild. Okay, anyway. Let's see what this has got to say on this page. Y'all ain't gonna believe what it says. Pancakes, then listened again. In the shower later that morning, only one of the songs that struck in my head. It wasn't the single. It was one of the two of the chopping blocks. Its title, The Least Worst Night of the Century So Far. That's the name of the song. The Least Worst Night of the Century So Far. It says, at least had some charm. It says, and the chorus contained the real hook, though it was buried in a squashed production. I called the number in Luke Skinner's email signature, left a voicemail. He called back a minute later. Am I too late to help with your album? I asked. We're mixing, so probably. He said, why? He sounded sharper than I expected, older. He was taking this seriously. I like Least Worst Night of the Century So Far. We cut that one. That's a mistake. It's the best song on the album. He was quiet for a minute and then said, we only have 11 tracks. I crossed the room to the window. L.A. looked at the pastel layers cake topped with thick smear of smog under pale blue sky. Give me a crack at it. If it's good, you've got your 12th track. I don't want people to think we just eked this album out. Strong and Wrong had 14. He says, well, I said, half of them sucked. His grin was audible. Okay, he said, send me your ideas. In the city below, I spotted the line of St. Monica Boulevard, followed it down towards the Troubadour. I don't send ideas without a contract, I said. 50% of the writing credit, and I want to produce it. Somebody's going to be the boss because of your ideas. Take that as a resonate. Somebody's going to be the boss because of your ideas, because you just know what you want, okay? And you're gonna have a lot of say in the contract, okay? You're not just gonna willy-nilly sign a contract that they made up. You understand? If you sign a contract, it's gonna be something that you and them come together to do together, okay? We got Mark. It says, then he came to Capernaum. Mark, who is the greatest? 33. Oh, it's Mark. Mark 9:33. What? Y'all go to Star Maker and watch her sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Y'all will die. It is so cute. Y'all will die. She said, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Sing it, baby. You don't want to? Okay. Then he came to Capernaum, and when he was in the house, he asked them, hold on, what was it you disputed among yourselves on the road? But they kept silent, for on the road they had disputed among themselves who would be the greatest. And he sat down, called the 12, and said to them, if anyone desires to be first, he shall be last of all, and servant of all. Then he took a little child and set him in the midst of them. And when he had taken him in his arms, he said to them, whoever receives one of these little children in my name receives me. And whoever receives me receives not me, but him who sent me. Amen. 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 It says none of the 12 are they're all equals, okay? And he who thinks that he's the greatest shall be the biggest servant of all, because that's what the greatest is. You copying me? Ha ha. Heh heh. Meh. But he who is greatest is who thinks he's the greatest should be the biggest servant of all. You understand? It's all about being a servant and being of service, okay? And if you think you're the greatest and you think that you should be served because you're the greatest, then that makes you the least of the greatest. Because the greatest is going to be the one that serves over the ones that think that they should be served. Think about it. If you want to be the greatest, go out and serve. That's how you become the greatest. Share your gifts. If your gifts are sight, if your gifts are singing, if your gifts are dancing, if your gifts are listening, share them. If your gifts are kind to somebody, go share them gifts. Because you might be the kindest person in the whole wide world and don't even know it. And all you got to do is just go out and be that. It transforms people's lives. Is that crazy? Just that simple. Use the gifts that God gave you and it can transform the world. Not only your world, but everybody's. Tell me what you want to tell us out of the message from the universe. It says, we are always speaking to you and sending you messages. When you feel like you're alone in a situation, just know that you never truly are. We are reminding you to stop, look around, and believe in something else, something more. We've got your back. The universe is about to surprise you. So they're asking you to be aware, be alert, and know that you are protected and loved and divinely loved at that, okay? I am loved. I am abundant in the love of the universe. I'm abundant. I'm a lucky star. All right, y'all. Y'all take that as it resonates. If it resonates with you, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to donate to the channel, it's Cash App $AngelMoon6237. Remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm a storyteller. See, these are story cards. Okay? And if my story that I tell, especially stories, parts about my life, if they resonate with you, y'all leave something down in the comments. It helps other people get to see these messages as well. And when I bring out these when I bring up these little things about my life and that, it helps other people able to heal, okay? So they may be able to connect. So share these videos and stuff like that, okay? They may be able to connect with the story. And remember, these videos, when I do these readings are, it's all about energy, frequency, and vibration. Just like 369 in the universe, okay? Understanding in energy, frequency, and vibration, okay? And understand that we're all connected. So these could be talking about someone that you're close to. Like you could be watching and they want you to pick this message up and give the message to someone that you're close to. Like, I was watching this today and it made me think of you, so I'm going to send this to you. You need to watch this. You understand? Sometimes it's like that because of the fact that we're all connected, okay? Every living thing, good, bad, ugly, whatever you think is a bad guy in a story, so are you. You've been the bad guy in a story too, for sure, without a doubt. I'm just saying. So see it that way. We got 6 of Cups. Be open to receiving something from the past. It's leading up to. Something's leading up to. Somebody's a leader. That's why the words keep saying leading, leading, leading up to. Lead, 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 lead. You're going to be a business owner, collective. Or you're going to be running a business of your own. Student of needles. That's the truth. You're going to find out something. Make sure that if you get presented with some type of contract, if there's something in that contract, man, don't just read over it and go, well, I don't understand it. I'm going to sign it anyway. Don't fucking do that shit. So, look, authenticity is out here on the bottom. Because I've been separating these cards. Your authenticity is bringing in some type of truth. But don't willy-nilly just sign a contract. Go over it, question it. If you think that you don't understand, find your own attorney or something like that will go over that jargon with you. But don't just sign something willy-nilly because they said that it's legitimate, okay? Because there's going to be things in there. It's all legitimate. There's going to be things in there that's in the fine print or something that you may not understand with the technical jargon. Make sure that you understand the entire fucking thing before you sign. That's what's happened to all these young artists and stuff like that. Is they signed because they was excited and the person presented it to them at the perfect time where they was excitable and didn't read over it. Okay? So read over it, and that's how Whitney Houston had the #1 song in the whole wide world for 14 weeks or something like that. Longer than any Elvis Presley song or any Beatles song ever. And she died fucking broke. That's why you need to read your contracts. She was broke as a joke when she died. But she figured out something, and she was about to take some actions, so they killed her. They killed her in a ritual. And she said on the night that they killed her, she said, oh my God, somebody help me. They're here to take my voice. They're here to take my voice. The next day she was found dead in a tub. That's what she said. She said it plain as day. Because her contract was up. She signed a deal with the devil. Clive Davis. She signed a deal with the devil. And her contract was up. And they was here to take her voice. Just like Ariel. That shit's real. All that Disney shit, y'all, comes from grim stories. Okay? All that Disney shit is real. Real. That's real. Okay? Just believe that. It's real. Okay? Because you presented with all these different things and that and that and that and that and that and that and that. And at the very beginning of all the Disney stories, it's trying to detach you from a parent in every single one of them. Detach you from a mom or a dad. Usually the mom's dead or the dad's dead. One of the two. And usually the other parent is not your true parent. It's like a false parent, step parent or some shit like that. It's like a false guardian or something to that effect. But yeah, y'all, when I was reading that out of the book too, y'all, music, something in music, something you're going to hear. You might get in your car and hear one verse out of a song that's going to trigger you, okay? I'm just telling you, okay? So be aware of the music. All right, I'm gonna go in there. You want a bath, I know, okay? All right, y'all, stay golden, light, and love. I'll see you on the flip side. You want to say bye? Bye-bye.
Bye.
She said bye. I love y'all. See you later. Okay, hold on. We got it.